Hello, let me tell you a story of Rwanda because this story might have little relation with our country, Bangladesh. What happened in Rwanda? Back in 1994, there was a massive genocide in Rwanda. I think after Vietnam, the entire world witnessed Rwandan genocide in 1994. It happened between two tribals. One is called Hutus, another one is called Tutsi. Hutu was majority by the time, and Tutsi was the minority. And Hutus killed Tutsi, and they wanted to cleanse them ethnically. And that was a massive massacre. I think within 90 days, Hutus killed around 500,000 Tutsis. This was the first scenario. It had many historical background because Rwanda was colonized twice by two countries. First, it was colonized by Germany, and then German left, then colonized by Belgium, and thereafter Rwanda came in. This was the first situation. Genocide happened. More than 500,000 people were killed. Secondly, what happened then? They realized it was an ethnic cleansing, and they went through reconciliation process. How did that happen? First of all, both parties and all the parties agreed there was a massive genocide, and it was heinous, acknowledged by the entire world. This was number one. Genocide happened. And the second part, they discussed and agreed to move forward. Fighting was not the solution. Then they have to reconcile. And how to reconcile, it was an interesting part. Because Hutus killed Tutsis, now Tutsis to take revenge. Then they realized revenge is not a solution, and revenge will not bring peace and stability for the country. They mobilized all the parties, and they acknowledged what happened, and they also agreed this to never happen. And they also agreed whoever was engaged in killing or in any forms in the genocide will be brought under justice. Everyone agreed on this. And this happened. Whoever committed crime went through the trial process, justice system. And the second agreement, they realized now to build a country together. No more revenge killing, and this is the time for working together. What they did then? When you talk about repentance, repentance is about an individual. Okay, I have done something wrong. I got my self-realization back, and I'm saying that I do apologize for my misdeeds or something I did wrong. But it was not giving solution for Rwanda. They needed reconciliation. What does that mean? Reconciliation means now all the groups realized that they have to forgive what happened and they have to move forward for building the nation. That is where they built their education system in a way children can learn right from the beginning from their school. Reconciliation is the solution, because reconciliation meaning multiple groups will realize the same, that genocide happened, no more revenge killing. Revenge killing is not a solution. We have to work together. Let us forgive each other. Let's not forget what happened, but let's forgive each other and move forward. So that was the reconciliation Rwanda adopted in their education system, in their social and cultural systems. And this worked well. Now, who is running the country? Who is running the show in Rwanda? Is it Hutus or Tutsi? It is Tutsi. Kagame is from Tutsi tribe, is leading the country. With whom? He is leading the country with Hutus, who basically killed Tutsis. Now they are working together to build the country. Now they have one of the best military in the African region. Even very interesting thing, they do not have natural resources, but they have the most talented people on their soil, and they are working very hard. And Rwanda is one of the most transparent countries in the African continent, and probably one of the transparent countries in the world. It's very neat and clean country. So why I started saying this country has a little similarity with Bangladesh. For example, the political party who ruled Bangladesh for the last 15 or 16 years was Awami League. And there were a number of political parties. They didn't have proper opportunity to take part in election. And then Awami League went to that stage. The other parties and the common people in the country were not happy. The things were not moving according to the will of the common people. And the common people then took part, and then they removed the regime. This thing happened. Now, what Bangladesh could learn from Rwanda? Is it taking revenge is a solution? If I take revenge is a solution? Taking revenge is not a solution, and taking revenge will not bring peace, prosperity, and democracy. Then what to do? Again, we need to learn the reconciliation process. In Bangladesh for the last 15 years, like enforced disappearance and like digital misuse of Digital Security Act, and people didn't have freedom of expressions, and inflation went high, the basic commodities and their prices were skyrocketing. We need to acknowledge everything. And there was no democracy in a good shape. There was no proper elections, and there was no proper participation. And there was a massive killing in August last year. So we have to acknowledge everything. This is the first thing that we should learn from Rwanda. What happened, we need to acknowledge it first. And second thing, we need to go through the proper trial system. We need to go through whoever committed crime, whoever was directly or indirectly involved in the process, they need to go through the trial process to ensure justice system in place. And then we need to go for reconciliation. Let's not forget what happened. Let's forgive each other to move forward. And now, the way we could learn from Rwanda, Tutsis were killed by Hutus. Now Hutus are running the country. Hutus are running the shows. So all the oppositions were dominated by one political party, our Milik. Now the parties, those who are now existing in Bangladesh, working for the betterment of the country, they should be united. And they should be united in a way for the sake of democracy, for the sake of sovereignty of our country. They should be united and working together to build better Bangladesh. And now the way country is moving, this is not business as usual. Politicians earlier, they limited politics within themselves and they abused political power, they abused resources of our country, and they looted resources from our country, and then they used those resources in another countries to build their empire and properties. This was our politician did for more than decades in our country. It's not only for one particular parties. Whoever came in power, they did the same. Now, after July last year, the situation has tremendously changed. And now, the traditional political parties, if they are singing the same song, what they sang 20 years back, 30 years back, so people now, they see, we don't understand. What are you singing? Why are you singing? Who are you singing for this song? There is a big disconnect between the traditional Bangladeshi politicians, even including BNP, Jamaat, and Aum League is gone. So their language is not up to date. So this is the problem. So now this is a new language. 6 or 7 months interim government has been running the country. People are criticizing a lot, and so many good things happened within this period. So we are not highlighting that one. So many things, even that we can never, ever expect from political parties. The way country was left before August last year, and the country is now, there is a big difference, and the positive changes are a lot. Of course, yet a lot to do, but within this time, it means a lot. So other country, like if you compare with other countries, like even Syria recently started, we experienced in Syria that after revolution and again sub-revolution and other kind of conflict started to combat, the government is taking like, okay, they are not focusing the routine work, or when they should focus on the routine work, by the time the conflict happened, they need to address the conflict. It happens after revolution, counter revolutions, and also perpetrators, because they live in the country, they try to create the volatile situation to take advantages. It happens. We need to give the time to the government. So I'm only saying the interim government, I appreciate their dedications, their commitment. They are doing great job. Still, they need to do a lot, but reformation is a must. Without the reformation, without the reconciliation process, there shouldn't be a good and sustainable solution. We look for a good solution, so that if we have a system in place that will never foster any political party to become a fascist party, that will not foster any power to become a fascist power. So that is what we are looking for. We need to give time. We need to support this government, like the way they increased the flow of remittance in our country. I think compared to the last year, this time, I think it increased a lot. At least 4 billion US dollar increased from the last year. And in terms of the market prices of basic commodities, I would say very much, because I'm not living in our country now, but the information what I'm getting from my family and friends, it is much better than even compared to the last couple of years. So now at least people have access to basic goods and services, basic commodities for their survival. This is very good thing. Law and order situation is crucial, and where we need support from all the political parties and the common people. Very good thing in our country now. Every single citizen now has become politically cautious. That is the big achievement for this movement, this revolution, and also I would really love to thank this interim government that now people are politically cautious. At some point, I was saying that politics was limited to the politicians who abused power and politics. Now, politics is beyond the politicians. This is the good thing. Because first, we need to be a citizen of the country. To be a citizen of the country, we need to understand, we need to talk about the politics. We need to talk about something not happening right. We need to appreciate something is happening. So we need to appreciate, we need to criticize, we need to recommend, and that is the role of citizen. And that was never given. This scope was never given by any political parties in our country. And that was their strategy. Let politics be within us. Let's loot by ourselves. We are politicians. We have rights to loot. We have rights to, arrest anyone, anytime. And we have rights to speak about the country. Only we know about the country. That was the wrong strategy. All the political parties in our country, whoever came in power, they exercised. And these are the same people now leading the country. What can we expect? Can you expect something different? From the evidence and experience, it says no. We cannot expect that something will happen miraculously. Let's assume that, okay, elections will be held in December, this December, and political party will come in power. Do you believe that the situation, what we are talking about, freedom of expressions, law and order situations, the inflation, foreign strategy, external affairs, foreign diplomacy, partnership, collaboration, regional politics, global politics, everything will be in order? No. We did not even experience the evidence from our political parties and the people. We don't trust it. Sometimes, we make a joke that, oh, yeah, these are people who are always online and they criticize, they are not the majority. Do you know the percentage of people in our country have internet access, mobile access? More than 80% people, they have access to mobile phone. I think this could be one of the biggest number compared to other countries like Bangladesh. So people have information now. People are cautious. So politicians, please be cautious. Wake up and support the government. Don't like sing a song like, okay, give election in December, okay, give election in December, things are not moving, we are better before than today. Don't say all these bullshits. Work on your governance, support the government, and fix your problems, then support government, and then work together to ensure a credible and a participatory elections. So that is the only way we can have a sustainable solution. And reconciliation is a must. Like, we need to work together, we need to forgive each other, but let's not forget what we went through. Let's not forget about the corruption. Let's not forget about the enforced disappearance. Let's not forget about the lawlessness. Let's not forget about there was no election in country for the last 15 or 16 years. But let's forgive each other, work together, and build a country. Thank you very much. It's a long video, but hope you will forgive me. Thank you so very much.